प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण। है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, ओ देख प्रभु।
तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी भोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है। ओ माँ, तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी भोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है। ओ कि ये जो दुनिया है ये बन है कांटों का, तू फुलवारी है। ओ दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ, दुखन लागी है माँ तेरी अखियाँ। मेरे लिए जागी है तू सारी सारी रतियाँ, मेरे निंदिया पे अपनी निंदिया भी तूने वारी है। ओ अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई, अपना नहीं तुझे सुख दुख कोई। मैं मुस्काया तू मुस्काई, मैं रोया तू रोई, मेरे हंसने पे मेरे रोने पे तू बलिहारी है। ओ तू कितनी अच्छी है, तू कितनी भोली है, प्यारी प्यारी है। ओ
ज्योति बिंदु ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से हे मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मन संपूर्ण समर्पण है। आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, ओ देख प्रभु। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से, है मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण है। आत्मा चल अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आज निहाले, परम पिता का प्रेम पात्र बन कर तू शुभ वर पाले। किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, को जा मन में मगन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से हे मेरी आत्मा अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले
will leave this body, and I will exist no more in this material world. Every living being must eventually marry the bride of death. Let not the mind lust at physical wealth and pleasures. The services that we can perform, do it now, for you may never get the opportunity to pass this way again. Glorify the name of the Lord and receive His blessings. Ek din hame bhi jana hai. One day we will all have to leave this world.
एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इकता कौन ठिकाना है। एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण, है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे,
भी निभा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं प्रभु जी। संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं, पर नाथ कहीं तुम भी मुझको न भुला देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
दल बल के साथ माया घेरे मुझे जो आकर शिव जी। दल बल के साथ माया घेरे मुझे जो आकर, तब देखते ना रहना, झट आके चुरा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
तुम इष्ट मैं उपासक, तुम पूज्य मैं पुजारी शिव जी। तुम इष्ट मैं उपासक, तुम पूज्य मैं पुजारी। यदि सत्य है तो स्वामी सच करके दिखा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
आगे भी निभा देना, आगे भी निभा देना।
पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। बाहर से तो खामोश रहे तू, बाहर से तो खामोश रहे तू, भीतर भीतर रोए रे, हे भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। विधि ने तेरी कथा लिखी, आंसू में कलम डुबो, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को। चुप के रोने वाले, रखना छिपा के दिल के छाले रे। चुप के रोने वाले, रखना छिपा के दिल के छाले रे। ये पत्थर का देश है पगले, कोई न तेरा हो, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे।
With empty hands we came into this world, and so shall we depart, leaving our earthly belongings behind. Jab Yamaraj palang par baithe, when the angel of death approaches unexpectedly, both our physical eyes will be closed forever. The poet Kabir warns that upon this earth we own nothing. Koi na le jaye dhan bandh ke ghathariya.
कोई न ले जय धन बान के गठरिया। तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं,
तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं,
तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं। चंदा में तुम्हें तो भरे हो चांदनी, सूरज में उजाला तुम्हें से, ये गगन है मगन, तुम्हें तो दिए हो इसे तारे भगवन, ये जीवन तुम्हें न सवारोगे तो क्या कोई सवारे, ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं।
जो सुनो तो कहें प्रभु जी हमरी है बिनती, दुखी जन को धीरज दो, हारे नहीं वो कभी दुख से, तुम निर्बल को रक्षा दो, रह पाए निर्बल सुख से, भक्ति को शक्ति दो, भक्ति को शक्ति दो, जग के जो स्वामी हो इतनी तो अरज सुनो, है पथ में अंधियारे, दे दो वरदान में उजियारे, ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं, हमरी उलझन सुलझाओ भगवान, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं,
ओ पालनहारे निर्गुण और न्यारे,
तुमरे बिन हमरा
कौन नहीं, हमरे उलझन सुलझाओ भगवन, तुम्हारे बिन हमरा कौन नहीं,
ओ पालनहारे, पालनहारे,
I beg that when my life is about to leave this body, at that final moment, please allow me to call your name. May it be that wherever I am, you would be with me, playing your divine flute, the melodious music of which will fill my last moments. Itna tu karna Swami.
तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर जब प्राण तन से निकले, इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। तो गंगा जी का तट हो, जमुना का तट निकट हो। यह तो गंगा जी का तट हो, जमुना का तट निकट हो। और सावरा निकट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। श्री वृंदावन का तल हो, विष्णु चरण का जल हो। श्री वृंदावन का तल हो, विष्णु चरण का जल हो। मुखरे में तुलसी दल हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। मेरा सावड़ा कड़ा हो, तिरछा चरण नजर हो। मेरा सावड़ा कड़ा हो, तिरछा चरण नजर हो। वंशी कसूर बर हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। सिर सोहना मुकुट हो, मुखरे पे काली लट हो। सिर सोहना मुकुट हो, मुखरे पे काली लट हो। यहाँ ज्ञान मेरे गत हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। जब प्राण कंत आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। जब प्राण कंत आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे। यम त्रास ना दिखावे, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतने मेरी अरज है, मानो तो क्या हरज है। इतनी मेरी अरज है, मानो तो क्या हरज है। वहाँ आपका फरज है, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। गोविंद नाम लेकर, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। जब प्राण तन से निकले। जब प्राण तन से
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्। अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं,
तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं,
तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं,
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम,
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं,
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं, अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरं,
राम नारायणं जानकी
So here we are assembled to pay our respects, our love and appreciation to one who has lived a truly meaningful life. She is called Phulo, we know her as Betty, right? She grew up, she fulfilled the various roles and functions we all did and are doing. She was blessed with the gift of life. As we know, parents give us life, God give us, parents give us birth, God give us life. We know that. As she grew, she began to perform various roles and functions. She became a daughter, to a daughter-in-law, to a mother, mother-in-law, grandmother-in-law, all that, or grandmother. Many roles she has performed. And she has done so admirably. She has lived a very, very constructive, meaningful life. And for this, we thank her, we thank the Lord, we thank her parents, her ancestors. Now I have with me Panajaidat, who when I'm finished speaking will continue with the ceremony and he will carry on from there on. Let me just share a few words I grew up in Arangwes. I don't know where she grew up, by the way. Arangwes too. Which part? Oh, Freddie Street. All right, good. Close to where my father lived. So that's how they know each other, besides that through other means. From my observation of this lady, dutiful, serious, sincere, living a meaningful life. As I said, she started life the way we all started life. And as we grew, we began to perform various roles and functions. From my also observation and knowledge, she lived a good life, a very good life. So she has contributed meaningfully in 5 major areas. If anybody asks you what the purpose of your life, I will tell you what the purpose of life. 1, when you are blessed with the gift of life and birth, you have to contribute meaningfully to family life. As you can see, she has done just that. Family life, very important. She has contributed to the community in which she lives, around the society and the country of our country. She has contributed towards her religion, towards her culture, and so many other areas. For this, we are proud of her. So the aim is to make a contribution meaningfully in these 5 areas. And she has done just that. So this should be a lesson for all of us. As you're aware, the body is perishable, meaning it will not last. You have heard that so many a time. What is visible is perishable. The body is visible, so it's perishable. Here we have members of the family, members of the public, relatives. You have gathered, and we know you will do your part. What is your part? Yes, you view the body, but send good wishes to her. I can talk on and on and on. That will do nothing for her because she can't hear me. Only those who can hear will understand and appreciate. What she needs is our prayers, our good wishes, our blessings. So at this point, I ask you to bow your head. Where the soul is, I don't know, you don't know, but God knows. And we ask Divine Father, Supreme Force, Almighty Bhagwan, where the soul is, you know, and give it what it needs as it continues the journey of life. We pray in all sincerity. Those who are left behind, family members, give them the courage, the strength, the patience, the tolerance, the understanding, and the willpower to live life without her. And to lose a mother, a grandmother, whatever term it is never easy, especially when Mother's Day is coming up very soon. Very soon. So let us join in prayer. We pray for ourselves and for the soul of the departed. Hari Om Tat Sat He Rama Purushottamam Narahare Narayana Keshava Govinda Garudhvaja Gunanidhe Damodara Madhava He Krishna Kamalapate Yadupate Sitapate Shripate Vaikundhadhipate Characharpate Lakshmi Pate Pahimam Om Anadinidhino Deva Shankachak Gadadhara Akshay Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Om Krishna Krishna Mahayogin Bhakta Nama Bhayankara Govinda Paramananda Sarvameva Shamanaya Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Ataval Priya Bhagavata Priya Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe Govinda Govinda Gopal Radhe. There's a lot that can be said. I want to leave this final few words with you. Beti, as some of us know her, could not have lived this long because of the blessing of her parents, of her good mind, and undoubtedly the tremendous support the family gave her. I'll tell you this. If someone is ill, you can give them the best medicine in the best institution by the best medical doctors, and you treat them like dirt, you kill them faster. So it's the good treatment, the love, and other things that you all displayed that helped the life to stay this long. So you have done well, member of the family, to preserve the life in the mother and to do the best for her. For that, I commend you all. Now you have to look after each other. Because many a time when the head of the family goes, the father gone already, a wonderful individual, then the family begins to disintegrate. Your real challenge now is to stick together as a family, because that is the dream and the hope and desire of any parent. Live together in love, in understanding and unity. If you can't do that, then you could put how much flowers, chandan, mala. It's good, but it's better to live the way your parents brought you up. So remember the teaching, the lessons, and all that they gave you all, and live like that. What are we fighting for? A bit of property, a bit of jewelry, a bit of money. And what will happen? It will go. We all know that. I'm not saying anything new or different. Nor am I trying to make up time. I'm just using the position here to remind you, not that you don't understand, I'm reminding you of how you should live from here on. So it's up to you all. It's up to you all. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva. Tvameva Bandhuscha Sekha Tvameva. Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva. Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Panch Tattva Shanti. Atma Shanti. Mata Atma Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Bole Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Swaha Mata ki jai. Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. So, Pandit Jairat, who is very competent, very capable, who is also from Arangwa, not too far from where our Didi lives, he will carry on the ceremony. So continue to pray, pay attention, and you have done well. Sit down, everybody. I need to go because duty calls elsewhere. Pandit Jairat.
So we can all stand as Panditji leaves. Chandan. Om Tilakam Chamaha Punyam Pavitra Papnasham Agnitam Lalate Hari Chandanam. So we'll remain standing as we start with our Sankalp, our mantras of Sri Krishna, and we begin the Antiyeshikaran. If during the ceremony there's anyone who would like to sing bhajan, kirtan, of course you can come to the front and you may do so. So as we begin, you all can shift round, Bhaiya, you go more to the head. We concentrate on that form of Krishna Bhagwan. Om Sri Krishnaya Namo Namah. Om Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kancharadumardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru. At this time, we recite the Sankalp, so I'll ask you to recite the Rasi names in your minds, and members of the family, you can recite the Rasi name also. Om Sri Vishnu Vishnu Vishnuha Namaha Paramatmane Srimad Bhagavato Mahapurushasya Vishnu Ragapavartamanasya Adhya Brahmanuditya Parade Vishnu Pareshi Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivassaman Vandade Asha Vinishvachadano Jambo Dvipe Western Skande Trinadeshe El Sekora Gawe Arya Varti Vikram Samvatsare Amuk Masya Amuk Tathav Amuk Paksha Mak Mugvasare Amuk Nachatra Amuk Nam Amuk Gotra Shruti Sruti Puranukta Prabdakam Anteshi Karam Aham Kadeshe. Bole Sri Krishna Chandra Ki Jai. Rested at the feet. You all may have your seat. So that should have, direct them now. She would have passed away in Panchak, and when that happens, there are certain extra steps that must be done. Om Adhya Amo Gotra Samuk Preta Simrti Stane Shavnamit Maya Dete Tavo Patishtam. So we have performed what is called the Anteshikaran, and the Anteshikaran is the final rites that is performed in this life on behalf of anyone. We have different sanskar, and a sanskar is simply what you call a sacrament. There are certain practices, rites of passage, that takes us to different paths in our life and existence. I want to say life, not just life in this body, but really that's that soul journeys from lifetime to lifetime. Many of these ceremonies are done on our behalf, some we do for ourselves. Of course, the Anteshikaran is the one that is done, the final rite, that is done on behalf of members of the family for that one who was passed on. And this is what we are doing this morning. The ceremony is a very simple ceremony, so that, of course, you know, the children, grandchildren, they will perform the main part. After that, others will be invited to put your malas, your arti, etc. And then from there, I know that someone has a little eulogy, little message to give. You'll give a message, I'll give you my message, and then we'll make arrangements to leave. Is there anyone who'd like to sing bhajan kirtan? Pass over the mic to Vitra, you could sing some, and others can sing also.
Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Jai Krishna Hari Sri Krishna Hari दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो। आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई नहीं बनहारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करे, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करे। जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। भव सागर से मोरी नैया, भव सागर से मोरी नैया। क्षण में जाय किनार हो, क्षण में जाय किनार हो। जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे। जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों के दुख दूर करे, जय जय श्री कृष्ण हरे। हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ चारे ओरा मेरा भाइयों उदासी चारे ओरा मेरा भाइयों उदासी अखिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी अखिया हरि दर्शन की प्यासी आँखें प्यास मिटाओ जी आओ अब आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ आँखें प्यास मिटाओ जी आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ विनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न जाने विनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न जाने आके मुरलिया बजाओ जी आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ आके मुरलिया बजाओ जी आओ प्रभु जी मेरे 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 आओ भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम भजले गोविंदम ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया भजले गोविंदम प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ प्रभु जी मेरे आओ भजो मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजो मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि भजो मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजु मन सूरज भजु मन चंदा भजु मन सूरज भजु मन चंदा भजु मन पवन सुमीर सुमीरो मन नारायणा भजु मन पवन सुमीर सुमीरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भज मन सीता भज मन राम भज मन सीता भज मन राम भज मन हनु हनु हनुमत वीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा हनु हनु हनुमत वीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि भजु मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजु मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजु मन गौरी और गणेशा भजु मन गौरी और गणेशा भजु मन सती संग शिव सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजु मन सती संग शिव सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भज मन तुलसी भज मन चंदन भज मन तुलसी भज मन चंदन भज मन गोवन के पीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा भजु मन गोवन के पीर सुमिरो मन नारायणा नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि नारायणा हरि भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा भज मन हरि हर ओम सुमिरो मन नारायणा
Bole Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. At this time, we invite, well, of course, members of the immediate family to come forward, and you can put your flowers, mala, perform your arti. If there are others who are desirous of participating in the final rites, you are invited to come forward and do so also. And we'll pass over to the musicians for some music at this time.
केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् सुलाते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम, कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं, गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम, कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं, तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम, कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं, बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम, कौन कहते हैं भगवान सोते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं, माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं। अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम, राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम, केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् रामनारायणं जानकी
सुन्दरानना सुन्दरानना हर शिव शिव हर सुन्दरानना
मीठे रस से भर्यो रे राधा रानी लागे मन कारो कारो यमुना जी पानी लागे मन कारो कारो यमुना जी पानी लागे
मीठे रस से भरो रे राधा रानी लागे मन कारो कारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे मन कारो कारो यमुना जी रो पानी लागे जमुना मैया कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी
जमुना मैया कारी कारी राधा गोरी गोरी
बनरा वन में धूम मचावे बरसाने की छोरी
वनरावन में धूम मचाए बरसाने की छोरी
ब्रज धाम राधा जी की राजधानी लागे मन कारो कारो यमुना जी रो पानी
Bole Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. At this time, everyone would have made their final offerings, and I will just ask the five yajman to come back to the front. And at this time, I believe it's two of the grandchildren. They have a short eulogy, just some information about Didi, and I invite them to please come forward and do that before we move to conclude our ceremony.
Keep up.
Our grandmother was a great woman. And when I say great, I also meant strong. As mostly everyone is aware, our mom died when I was 13, and my brother was 11. And being a grandmother to us, she incorporated the role of a mother. My brother was her eyeball. We would listen to all her stories from childhood to adulthood. And let me tell you, she has endured numerous hurdles and overcame all. Yet I remembered, there were never any complaints or bitterness. She led a simple life, and her only concern was that her loved ones ate on time and everyone was safe, especially Daddy, Harry, and Jitty. It didn't take much to make Mama happy. She was born in 1924 and got married at a very young age. Based on my perspective, she performed the duties of a wife and a mother diligently and with perfection. Anyone can ask me to describe her in 2 words, and I will always say strong and ambitious. Why ambitious? I will tell you now. As any young girl, she had her own dreams and aspirations, which wasn't materialized due to the norms of society at that time. Mama always said to me that she wanted to be educated, but wasn't given the opportunity based on circumstances. Nevertheless, she was 100% supportive when I pursued my degree and MBA. She was not granted the opportunity to attend school, but I can tell you she was not illiterate. She was determined to make a good and bright future for her children and her future generations. She never studied accounting, but was able to allocate and budget money to run the household. And she was also able to save. She never got tutoring in business, but she was also able to invest in land, which we all know never depreciates in value. Had no knowledge about technology, but was able to operate a smartphone at her age when my brother showed her. No book sense, but immense common sense. If given the opportunity, she would have strived further in life. Our granny you see lying here looks so cute, yet so fragile. But the body you see was once strong and toiled for years in the garden with her sons, planting and producing crops. Mama was an initiator. Mama was an initiator, a female entrepreneur who laid the foundations for her sons. As a mother and a grandmother, she was the epitome of strength, both physically and mentally. She worked and sacrificed to ensure that our future is better and brighter. What we as a family must remember is that there is a part of her in each of us. There are so many things that will be missed. The aroma of her kitchen, her perfect paratha and dal puri. I remembered her asking my brother and I if we had the right kind of clothes to attend a party once. So many memories we all have from her, but her ideology will forever live. Her wisdom, kindness, and compassion. To the woman we call our queen, we love you, always will, and may you be at peace now, Mama. Rest in peace.
Thank you very much, Mati. Mati pretty much summed it up, but I'm going to continue. Welcome, everyone. Namaste, Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. My name is Sunil Singh, one of Mama's grandchild. And on behalf of everyone, I would like to say some of us called her Nani, others called her Aji, but most of us call her Mama. She was our Mama. First, I'd like to start off by telling you about her earlier life, as Mati mentioned. As was the norm back then, Mama was married at a young age. She enjoyed several years of marital life before tragedy struck. Unfortunately, her husband, Papi, was in an accident causing him limitations in his ability to work. At this time, Mama was forced with struggle of raising 4 kids. her regular household duties and assist with manual responsibilities that were not associated with women at that time. Mama, along with her eldest son Beto, took on many duties, including farming the land, planting vegetables, planting rice, taking care of animals, cows, goats, livestock, and so forth. In addition to these responsibilities, Mama, without formal education, understood the value of savings for her family future. Mama developed the strength and the perseverance that we, as her grandchildren, know her to have. She went on to have 4 more children in the coming years. As her family and responsibilities grew, she never swayed in her values and standards. These standards of cleanliness, respect, honesty, and hard work were instilled strongly in her children. The ability to always have her home open to others, with a meal for everyone and anyone that visited. Not to mention, she was a great cook and always willing to assist others was an invaluable characteristic of hers. Remembering this, I would like to share some of my memories with Mama. Sunday morning, dal puri roti, cook on the fireside, salad. My cousin and my cousin Vishnu and myself will take that basket that she would pack and we would take it to the boys, Ram, Hari, and Kresh Mamu. On our way to take that breakfast to them Sunday morning, well, we have to take up the tomatoes, pick it, and peel down the jamun. But anyway, so much for that. When we come back in the afternoon, there would be 2 basins of chicken, 1 curry chicken, 1 stew chicken, dal puri roti, and all family members, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, cousins will come over, and everybody would have a good time and eat and talk and laugh. After that, a lot of the cousins at that point in time, my age, Vidya, Vishnu, Hema, Amrika, Dinesh, who pretty much grew up around the same time, would be playing cricket. And when that ball hit her flowers plant, she would say to us, please don't break up my plants. In our mind, young at that age, we would say, Mama, rowdy. She say, yes, I old, I rowdy fall, you know. But anyway, she would sit and enjoy us playing that cricket. You know, one childhood memory I can't forget is when I go there, Mama Sara Roti was the best Sara Roti cook in the chulha with the sumta and the pukni. And then she have to take that sapi and dust out the coals from the roti. She could make the best choka, best tomatoes choka and baigan choka. And whenever I would call her, you know, from away, and I say, Mama, when are you going to cook that baigan choka and tomatoes choka and roti for me? She says, son, whenever you come. Up until recently, I would call her, and even though she was unable to speak, I would say, Mama, when you're cooking your roti, she would wave her hand to me, even though she couldn't talk. And these are childhood memories that we can't ever forget. You know, I want to tell you, my mom is a really good cook, but nowhere near as good as Mama. She was the best. So, with that being said, I could continue a long list, but I'll stop here. These memories, along with so many others, are the results of Mama's dedication to her family. As all of her children grew up, Mama was able to travel a few places, including Disney World in Florida, the Golden Temple in Virginia, the World Trade Center in New York, Washington, D.C., Canada, and Guyana, which we accompanied her on some of these trips. Mama was blessed with a long, although difficult life. She made the best out of every situation that came her way. We will miss her, but we all know she's in a better place and she will forever be in our hearts. On behalf of Mama's entire family, please accept our sincerest appreciation to each and every one of you that has supported us during this time of bereavement. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you very much. And we have heard these words from the grandchildren that, of course, I'm sure represents the sentiments of all of the members of the family. And if I could summarize what I've heard, you know, in these words, in a simple line that, of course, she's a quintessential grandmother. And what we see here reflected in this family, in terms of the children, the way everything is done, this outpouring of love, it speaks to the... All right, after, right? Yeah. It speaks to the nature of this person. Now we have one more person who would like to share some simple words. But let me give my message first, and my duty is to just give you some words, and after that, we'll, of course, have to make arrangements to leave. I know that we have to reach by a certain time. We still have to pass an Arangwes. So what we have observed here is what is called the Anteshikaran. The Anteshikaran is what we call in the Western world the funeral. It is the last rites of a body. Now this body, as we have always learned, the body is like, clothing. We change it so that we are not the body, we are the soul, this Atma. And this Atma is on this journey, seeking divinity, seeking Bhagwan. We are all seeking liberation. And as I always say, whether I accept that or not, whether I believe that or not, it doesn't change the reality. I can have my own perceptions. I can have my own conclusions. But what are we guided by? Are we guided by what I believe in my mind? Or are we guided by what I know, what I believe, and what our scriptures teach us? That we must have some body of knowledge that guides what we know. If not, then we all believe anything and we all do anything. So that scriptures tell us on non-certain terms that every single one of us, regardless of what we do in this life, that we are seeking liberation. That is our final and ultimate destination. In order to do that, we are given this human body. On Monday night, I said this, Bhare Bhag Manushanupava. That is Manushtan, this human body, it is through good actions that we are given this human body. That with this human body, all of those great things that were said, and I'm sure, those are the fun memories of the grandchildren, but you don't reach the stage, you don't have all of this if you weren't a spiritual person. So without even saying that, I know that this individual would have prayed a lot, should have had that spirituality in her. And if you have love for your children, your family, community, I've heard that anyone can come to your home and get something to eat. That is what we call Manushyagya. Manushyagya is that obligation that we have to others in the society. If you do all of that, we are performing our duty. So that, embedded in those words, although not explicitly stated, that this individual who has passed on should have done all of her duty, not just to her family, but a spiritual and religious duty also. And that is very commendable, and that is a blessing on her, her soul, and of course everyone in the family. What we have done today is a very simple ceremony. We have not done puja, but we have simply paid respect. What we have done, we have sprinkled water that symbolizes the bathing of the body. So that body goes back to Bhagwan clean. We place chandan, we put mala, we put some perfume, we perform arti. That is the extent of it. We offer some tulsi leaf. When we burn that body, we place more tulsi. Tulsi is an offering that it is said that anything that you offer to Bhagwan, that you must place tulsi. So what we are doing here, there are different types of agni, or different types of fire. There's Agin Devata. When you make offerings, the Agin Devata, that is for Devata and Devi. When it comes to death, etc., there's what you call Kratavya Agni. So there's Brahm Agni and Kratavya Agni. Brahm Agni, Devata and Devi. Kratavya Agni, this is for like the body that is going back. So that when we go and that chitta is lit, we don't invoke Brahm Agni, we invoke Kratavya Agni. And what we are doing is what is called Purna Hoti. Purna Hoti is our final offering. That this body, from everything that was said, this body, this individual has lived her life like a puja. What is puja? Puja is worship. Worship is duty. She performed a duty. We heard that. She would have been born in this world, grown up, got married. You all would have known her when she's older. I don't think anyone will know her when she was a child, what type of child she was. But as someone said, very cute, and you can see that. But I'm sure she would have been a wonderful child, brought happiness to her parents, etc. And you all know her as a mother, as a grandmother, great-grandmother. But she would have other responsibilities and duties also. And she would have performed that. If she did not perform that, we would not have all of this today. You would not be here today. So that she performed her duty, and at the end of that duty, she lived her life like a puja, and then this body will be offered as final offering back to God. This human body, this Manushtan, came from Bhagwan, it will go back to Bhagwan. It came from the 5 elements, and so it is going to be disintegrated, not destroyed. There's what we call Purusha and Prakriti. There's Bhagwan, and then there's Matter. And Matter is neither created, nor is it destroyed. It simply changes form. This body wasn't always in this form. That this was Matter that became this. When it becomes cremated, it is not destroyed. The configuration of this matter, the 5 elements, will be different, go in different places, take different forms, but nothing is really destroyed in this world. Everything is a differentiated state of Parambaram, Paramatma. And we didn't worship the body, but we paid respect to this body. Whether the body be alive or not, whether we are dealing with persons who are alive or not, we always pay respect. Why is that? Parambram, Paramdham. That Parambram, that Supreme Personality, is present in everything. Samadrishti, Samadarshan. As Sri Krishna says, I am in everything, everything is in me. So people like this say there's no value in the body is gone. There's still value in this, there's Bhagwan in this, there's Bhagwan in everything. And this is why we have done this. So these are just a few words I want to leave with you. And as I said, the one or two nights I was here to read Ramayana, I will say it to you again. These words that I'm saying, I know. I've been doing this long enough. I know that is not going to bring any solace to you at this point in time. The bereavement is there, the grieving is there, the loss is there. That void cannot be filled so easily. But keep the words up here. And at some point in time, reflect upon them. I know that, Bhaiya, you told me that you and your brothers are godchildren of my grandfather, Papa as we call him. And I'm sure that you would have known her well. She would have gotten his advice, his blessings and all of that, his blessings upon you. And what I wish for you, what I will say in my final moments, that you all are very fortunate to have a mother like this. Grandchildren, you are very fortunate to have a grandmother like this. Not everyone has that opportunity. I heard my sister say that, at 13, 14 years old, her mom died. I remember that, you would know that Papa, his daughter, my mom, she died when I was around that age. And my grandmother, when she was saying those words, I could have felt that was my grandmother here. It was the same thing. I grew up with my grandmother. I know that love, and I know that type of, comfort that a grandmother brings, that a mother like this brings, and I know that this is a great loss for the family. But take solace in knowing that this soul is on that journey, Adyama Pitrai, that form of Sri Krishna that protects all souls, that will guide all souls, and she cannot do anything for herself again. This body was here to perform her duty, to pray to divinity. She cannot do that again without this body, but you are here. And this is why you have periods like Pitri Paksh, that, service on behalf of the ancestors, that you, those of you who are here, it is your duty now that whenever you pray on behalf of her. And whatever you do right, whatever blessings you get, that will be transferred to that soul. So I'll leave that here with you. And at this time, just a few words, Bhaiya, and then we'll conclude for this, this morning.
Sitaram, everyone. Well, I'll go tell all you. This family come like my family, Panga, better known as Beto, he has considered him as a father too. When he bring me and introduced me to this family, he's one of the greatest. This lady, 98, what she hair still black. One gray hair. She's so great. She cooked for me a day. I tell you, it was the best food on the chulha. And anytime I come with Pang to view, to see she will always ask, no matter he's 80 years old, say, you eat, make sure to give him food. A mother will always remain a mother, no matter how old you come. And she's a loving, kind person. What we hard do with the whole time, he sacrificed his life. I tell him, come spend a little weekend by me. He said, no, Hara, her mama to take care of. The love way he have, I see who she kiss, she all them things. This is what we're talking about. All of us have love for one another. Children, all obey all the parents, listen to them, talk to them. Brothers, sisters, be with love, hug one another, be there for one another. When we die, what we can't do, you have to be there for one another. Don't be when they're ready, when they die, and then we don't want to be. God is great. Once there is love in our home, what will happen with our home? It will full with blessing, And she's such a great person. I see the two nurses, anytime I come there, she real put away. You understand? Them nurses do a great job. May God bless them. Bless them abundantly. Bless their family. Bless their parents. Bless everybody. And that's what we want. We want place to be full with love, full with happiness. Always a great family. I know everybody. Gigi boy, everyone. Matty, all here. It's so nice. I just feel when I was told I am home. And I always fill everybody with love. This is the key thing. When you have anger and hatred, what you have? You only have bitterness. How you go sleep? If you're talking to somebody and you're walking the next side of the road, how can you think? You know, let we fill with love and be one accord. And this is the greatest. Mama, I love you and I love this entire family. All our we are one. And may the Lord bless each and every one of you all here and carry you all to the higher level. And you see what they do? Plenty. She make her maturing and they mind she. Some know. Now I always like that movie Back Ban. You know? Parents make children, 10 children. They mind them, bring them up big, but when they get old, they don't want to take care of them. They want to put them in a home. Why? Why do they want to do that? Well, we are full with love. And I see this with this family. 98 years, 6 great-great-grand. I 5 generations all you. 5 generations. How many people live to be like that? You know, I don't want to go long. I just want to thank you all. She's a great, and Sitaram teach and everyone.
Thank you, Bhaiya, and I know those words are appreciated. So at this time, we're about to conclude. I ask you to please stand, and we're going to join in Jai Jagadish Hare, dedicated to Satnarayan Swami, Swamiji.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Hare, Bhakta Jano ke sankat shan mein dur kare. Om Jai Jagadish Hare, jo dhyave phal pave, दुख बिन से मन का, स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का, सुख संपत्ति घर आवे, कष्ट मिटे तन का. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण कहूँ किसकी, स्वामी शरण कहूँ किसकी, तुम बिन और न दूजा, आश करो जिसकी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम पूरन परमात्मा, तुम अंतरयामी, स्वामी तुम अंतरयामी, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता, दीन दयालु कृपालु, कृपा करो भरता. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति, इस विधि मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं कुमति. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दीन बंधु दुख हरता, तुम रक्षक मेरे, करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ, शरण परा तेरे. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा. ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे.
At this time, we join in our closing prayer. And the members of the family around, this is the final time that you will see this form like this body. And what you want to do is to pray to Sri Krishna. You have done the best you can. There's nothing more for you to do. You have done everything you can for that soul. So we join in closing prayer, concentrate upon Krishna Bhagavan. And in that form of Adhyama Pitraya, the keeper of all souls, asking that soul, that Lord, that to take this soul safely across Bhav Sagar. Whatever is the journey of this soul, nobody knows at this point in time. That is a secret between Sri Krishna and the soul. The most we could do is just pray that the soul has peaceful passage, that should live a life in the right way, And your prayer at this point in time is going to help on that journey. Om Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kanstharamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru. Om Asatu Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Tomayo Mata Chapita Tomiva. Tomayo Bandhu Chasaka Tomiva. Tomayo Vidya Dravinang Tomiva. Tomayo Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Pret Atma Shanti. Pret Atma Shanti. Pret Atma Shanti. Bole Shri Krishna Chandra ki jai. Bole Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. You all place the flowers.
उड़ती चिड़िया बहता पानी इनकी कहानी किसने जानी उड़ती चिड़िया बहता पानी इनकी कहानी किसने जानी दुनिया वालों सुनो इसी को कहते जिंदगानी उड़ती चिड़िया बहता पानी इनकी कहानी किसने जानी जीवन तो है एक रमता जोगी रे भटकता जोगी किसे पता किसकी शाम कल कहाँ होगी रे कल कहाँ होगी धरती वालों सुनो ये है शब्द आसमानी उड़ती चिड़िया बहता पानी इनकी कहानी किसने जानी
Attention drivers, who they followed the canal. We went up Chelsea Road, going to Action Street, and going on around Almeida to the house, and then going up to the water cremation site. is a world of strangers. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit. This is a world of strangers. No one knows. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. I will kill him or die.